Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that the hero of the Gacha space, they have made their return. We've got a video by good old Tectone. I know it's been a while since y'all saw anything Gacha oriented on this bald mother channel, but it's back. It's here, and it's focused. The discussions on Wuthering Waves. It's on Genshin Impact. It's on Enfield. It's on Zenless Zone Zero. It's on Hawkeye Star Rail. And of course, the most recent gacha released to the market, Neverness 2 Everness. And if I go ahead and I just play like the first quarter frame of the vid, you'll know that it's fact. We got Primo Gems, the Genshin Impacto logo, and the baldest man in gacha history at the top right. Let's go ahead. Let's see what this one is all about. And of course, give our takes on what his takes are.
The gacha community is still talking about me. Even more so, we have the Chinese community not being able to let go of me. This thing blew the up too, by the way. This thing got 300,000 views, 9,000 likes. Everybody's universally glazing it. Look at this.
Thank you, master. Be blessed.
That's a direct response to Genshin Impact giving their players a massive 20 Primo Gems as one of their rewards. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is what Hoyoverse decided to do in the most recent Genshin Impact update. Combine, I think, a total pull count of like 60-something pulls, combined with 20 extra Primo Gems. As like, yeah, it's like 8 weeks. You got to do the task for 20 Primos, something like that.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
You want to know why Tectone is in this edit? It's because this edit was originally made about 2 years ago, when Genshin Impact rewarded 3 pulls for its 3rd anniversary. This shit was released like during fucking Sumeru, bro. And the Genshin devs got so greedy and so stingy again, they just replaced 3 pulls with 20 Primo Gems for this most recent update. This is an ancient artifact. Oh, this was for Fontaine? Anyways, you can see that the 3 pulls are back. I don't fucking... Bro, like, what do I look like to you? Fucking... What, fucking Ashikai? I don't remember this shit. I don't care.
Excuse me.
The more things change,
It was Lantern Right. Yeah, it was Lantern Right. 3 years of Lantern Right. The real Genshin anniversary.
more things stay the same. Can I tell you guys why this meme is indicative that I was right about everything that I ever said?
Let's be honest here. Every gacha game right now, aside from Wuba, is so shit it's unbelievable. I don't even mean this in like the tribalistic Kuro good, Hoyo bad, every other gacha bad. Bro, the games are like actually not good. Genshin, Stygian Onslaught. Bro, Genshin is the most shield garbage I think anyone has ever seen in recent memory. You like cannot even fight certain bosses unless you have a certain limited 5-star character on your account. You actually cannot even touch them. It doesn't make sense how that game turned into the most shield monstrosity I think anyone has ever seen. It gives Honkai Star Rail a run for its money. And Zenless Zone Zero, almost as bad when it comes to the shilling. Bro, they design bosses for characters. If you don't have the character, the boss is unfightable. Fuck your resistances. Fuck your damage type. Fuck all of that. Are you using the right unit for this boss? And that's more of the question of what you have to solve. It's not a, how should I build my roster? It's, which boss do I feel like skipping because I didn't pull the unit that's mandatory for them? That's what the end game in Genshin and ZZZ feel like. And HSR is just like, yeah, the path system, light cones, fuck all that. Yeah, let's just make every new character elation. Just like how every new character last year was Remembrance. So you can't use any of your old weapons on anything. Yeah, you wanna know what Castorus's best in slot free-to-play light code was on release, guys? Castorus? It was Bailu's. Bro, it was best to use Bailu's light code for the raw HP. Those games are shit. Bro, they're so player unfriendly, it's ridiculous. Such an awful experience unless you're shelling out thousands of dollars a month. Not good. Then you got AKE, Arknight's Enfield, which isn't even a game. I legitimately think Enfield doesn't qualify as a game. Like, it's like a training sim designed for when, like, nuclear bombs hit. We have World War III. It's actually a training sim for what your future is going to be in, like, the post-Fallout world. Dude, it's not fun. It's not fun. It feels like a job. I'm just gonna say this. NTE has too much bad content in it. There's a lot to do in that game. You can play it for a real long fucking time. But bro, NTE feels like a lot of it was just made with AI. It feels like so much of it, including the story, is just a deluge. Quantity over quality. It's a mountain. You won't leave the dinner table hungry, but you've been filling your stomach with like fucking pasta and eggs and nothing else. NTE's like a buffet, but all they have is like cheap food. The utensils and stuff might not be bad, but bro, there is so much actual straight garbage in the fucking game. Yeah, NTE is like CC's Pizza. NTE is like a $5 buffet. You'll leave satisfied, but you might have diarrhea later. It could have been good, but bro, they were a little bit too ambitious. The game is bloated as hell.
Can I tell you why this directly shows that I am right about everything I ever said? Because this tweet, this video, is first of all posted by someone that has me blocked, as well as everybody is universally agreeing and saying true, as well as, guys, you want to know the crazy thing about this video? My editors made this video 2 years ago.
I knew it. Yep, maybe I am Ashikai.
This is my video that was so good that now CN is reposting this old post, only now it's a current video.
I think Tech is selling himself a little bit short. This is an ageless video. This is a timeless video. Because all you need to do is replace the 3 pulls or the 20 primo gems with whatever bullshit the devs are putting in the game. You could have rehashed this one for Masterless Stella Fortuna. The bullshit, right? That takes your characters to level 100. That did nothing to the game except make it worse. Did Masterless Stella Fortuna make Genshin Impact better? No, it didn't. There was nothing in the game that became better because of it. The game only got worse because of it. Did Stygian Onslaught make the game? No. There are so many things that you can do for Genshin Impact that, like, just takes this fucking template format, bro. Because bro, they find a way to make the game worse every update.
Because I warned them about absolutely everything that would befall their community. And for some reason, and this is why, and okay, I'll be right, I'm probably going to go back and try the Wuthering Waves collab, I'm going to be honest.
That's the only gacha that most people are playing nowadays. Because, bro, it's just, like I said before, all the other games are legitimately bad.
But this is why being a part of the gacha community is so exhausting, was because essentially my entire career was talking to the lowest common denominator, retards, not my community, those outside of my community, because they were so offended by what we said inside of our community.
Guys, I had tens of thousands of humans on Twitter getting mad at me because I said Zadi was bad. I think I had like 10 mentally ill content creators get mad on behalf of those mentally ill Zadi mains. Right now, the gacha space is possibly the most poisoned I've ever seen. Because you have CCs that are actively weaponizing true mental retardation, true mental illness to get like $100 in ad revenue. They're just like bending over, full frontal, just like let me channel all of your retardation and then spew it out of my mouth so that we can take down this evil demon king saint. We need to take this boss monster down. We'll use any means necessary to try to discredit his name. And you want to know what the funniest thing is about this? I've essentially, and I can quote Tectone himself. Tectone himself has told me, I have it worse at the moment than he ever had it during his career. when it comes to dealing with retarded people. There are so many talentless losers in the space right now who have no avenue, no route to any success at all other than repeatedly spamming content saying or implying Saint bad. And the number of talentless people who are insisting on making YouTube videos or streaming to 20 people every day is simply growing more and more because of this awful global recession that we're currently in. I legitimately feel like Gacha has like a significant portion of its CCs simply due to the fact that most people can't actually find jobs right now. They have zero charisma, zero value, zero critical thinking ability. But because they can get in front of a camera and then say Saint bad, brother, they can guarantee themselves like 50, 75 bucks a month in ad revenue, spending 30 hours a week on their content to get paid less than minimum wage. And bro, some people, they've been doing it for months. Bro, some people have been doing it for like over a year. Literally making 10%, maybe 5% of actual minimum wage spamming content on me. It's not good right now. And I feel like you could use Gacha content creation and Gacha CCs as like a barometer for how mentally ill the world is as a whole.
And I got exhausted. I got exhausted of having to talk to retards that didn't get it every single day, to where I found it easier to do social commentary on current events and politics.
So what he's saying over here is that I'm on max difficulty. I'm on a higher difficulty than he is. Yeah, Tectone basically went to the settings and turned the difficulty down. I see how, so he's a pussy. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at this guy over here.
Over Gacha players.
So this is the man himself saying Gacha is harder than politics. Gacha is harder than being mainstream.
Because they're so dumb. They don't get it. Ever. So my job was to let them know, hey, this is what's happening. Hey, this is what is going to happen, by the way.
He's saying Hassan orbiters are easier to deal with than Gacha players.
And they say, wow, this guy's awful. This guy's terrible. When all I did was tell them the truth. Guys,
should we take a look at some of those numbers? Y'all remember how I said ZZZ was dog shit for like the longest time and that miasma was killing the game? Yeah, everyone hated me for saying that. Yeah, remember me saying ZZZ's anniversary was actually fucking awful and like no good at all, and that the rewards were garbage and that the game would immediately fall off afterwards? Yeah, they were really mad at me for speaking the truth over there. Oh, and this is gonna be the real critical hit bonus over here. Yeah, you guys remember Arknight's Enfield, that game that I've been insisting is shit and is like not even a game and it's just like fucking bad all the time forever? Oh yeah. Bro, this month, this May, the viewership got Thanos snapped twice. Bro, it's a minus like 75% loss. 600 average viewers from 2.2K. That's basically getting Thanos snapped 2 times. How does this happen unless the game is fucking bad? But dude, everyone was saying this game was simply misunderstood. Bro, he was simply just hating on it because it's not weathering waves. That's what Mr. Pokey said. That's what Giggle Smack was saying. You see any do you see any AKE videos on anybody's channel, bro? Bro, do you see any AKE video? Wait, how about this? Hey, the true sign that a game is good is if you'll make videos about it unsponsored. Or it's so bad, you don't need to... It's either that means the game's really good, or that means the game is really bad. Sometimes it being bad is enough for you to make content on it as well. We all know that's the case as well. We got a good old Giggle Smack over here and Mr. Jokey. Let's see when the last AKE video was. Remember, game first, Gacha second. This is the best 1.0 experience I've ever had in a Gacha before. Oh, 13 days ago. 13 days ago, we played the story. And that's the only thing we uploaded. What about Giggle Smack? Let's see over here. Where is Giggle Smack's last unsponsored AKE video? Nope, that's sponsored. Was it 4 weeks ago? Was this a debate?
In terms of
no, this one was sponsored
consumption.
too. I don't. It's gonna be a month, 2, 3, 4, 5 months ago. I don't know at this point. I honestly don't know. Yeah, I don't know when the last unsponsored video was. That's currently the space right now. Those are currently the games that people were calling the best fucking games ever. And then months later, it doesn't exist on anyone's channel unless they're sponsored for it.
Why do you think I have Galatians 4:16 tattooed on my arm?
Do you think he could drop that quote? Or do you think he would, or do you think he has to like look it up?
Because they hated me. They thought I was their enemy because I told them the truth. All I wanted, all I've ever wanted was for the gay to get the out of the game. Guess what, guys? The Yuritards are still going crazy. All I wanted was better monetization practices for these already overly predatory games. Guess what? They've gotten worse. All I've wanted.
I feel like nobody cares about the gay stuff anymore. Am I tripping? I feel like I never see anyone talk about the gay shit anymore. Literally never. Maybe it's a Hoyo exclusive thing.
For the trans to get the out of the game. Guess what? Now everybody is secretly a woman or a man.
I think this might be a vocal minority that he's talking about over here. Yeah, I got no idea what this dude's talking about.
It's terrible.
Monetization getting worse though. Oh yeah, I know that.
All I wanted was to make a Gacha friend group full of people who actually liked each other and were kind and weren't corporate bootlickers.
Well, too late, buddy. Yeah. Well, he done fucked up over there. Whoops, bro. I don't know who actually isn't a corporate bootlicker anymore. Bro, we need to have like some sort of like, you know how like the Germans, they could tell if you were American because you did this for 3 instead of like this. Yeah, this is how the Germans would do it, right? They'd signal 3 like this. But then you would get caught for being a spy if you said 3 like this. We need to find like some sort of gotcha equivalent of that. So you can find out who is a sponsored shill that's just gonna lie for the bag.
And that fell apart.
It's all my fault. It's all my fault. You know what I should have done? I should have just let it be. Hey, fuck it. Everyone just did a 180. Everyone just went mask off. Everyone's now just lying, openly lying for the bag. Everyone's just making shit up. Everyone's not talking about the true flaws in the game. Yeah, fuck it, bro. Let's just kill the entire space at once, bro. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking to. Hey, let's all get sponsored. Hey, let's all get sponsored and so we could all say the same thing. And we could all just lie to our audience every day. Yeah, we should have done that instead. There are some people saying that's what I actually should have done to minimize the drama. Yeah, how about y'all just like, how about y'all stop being little bitches? How about y'all have like a single ounce, a little shred of integrity? Why don't we do what Gacha Smack said we should have done? I want the old Smack bag. Where did this Smack go?
We know what a game's integrity looks like. We know what a good game looks like. We know what passionate developers look like. And we know what a motherfucker that ain't worth a quarter looks like in terms of game development and what they're trying to do when they're trying to milk the cow.
Yeah, that's totally not NTE.
It's not that we're bitter. It's not that we're salty. It's not that we're hating. We've seen numerous benchmarks of good game development versus piss poor, fuck you, shit on your dollar game development.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
And so when I call these things out, and when people who were born in that 10 years, which is a lot of content creators you watch today, call these things out, you need to understand we are keeping it a fucking buck. And everything we're saying is for the betterment of gamers.
This is the same guy that said, I don't care if NTE is spamming AI, putting a bunch of slop in the game. I'm not paid to have an opinion on that. If you like it, you like it. Just go try it for yourself. This is what the Gacha space has become, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, not the corporations, gamers. Get it through your thick fucking skulls, buddy, and let it marinate like neck bone juice.
This is what people used to say when Tecto was in the space. Then the second Tech leaves, Smack has like, I don't know, an epiphany from not like God, but like the god of greed. And you want to know what he ends up fucking saying afterwards, bro? It's crazy. It's just ridiculous. This is on day 5, by the way, of his sponsored NTE stream series. Day 5.
There you go. I don't care if the quality is good and we get more content, heaps of pulls. Hey, at the end of the day, I'm a very simple man, right? As a consumer, am I enjoying the product in front of me? Right? If I'm enjoying the product in front of me, it's not my business to worry about anything else, bro.
As he's on a sponsored stream where he's paid to say that he enjoys the product. Like, I don't even think he's legally allowed, based off the contract, to say that he's not enjoying it. Like genuinely, I don't even think you're allowed to on this contract. What has the space become, bro? What has the space?
We are keeping it a fucking buck, and everything we're saying is for the betterment of gamers.
Yes, it's for the betterment of one gamer, you and your wallet. That was only like 13 months ago, bro. That was literally like only 13, 14 months ago. This is how bought out motherfuckers are, and they're just proud to admit how bought out they are.
And it breaks my heart, man. It really does. Because if you were a part of my community, if you were a part of my content, you know all I ever wanted to do was make better consumer rights for gacha players.
Well, now the exact people that you were trying to uplift that had the same sort of vibes that you had a year ago, they're now tucking tail and turning 180. That's just a fact. That is literally just a fact. And I'm just surprised that there are this many individuals out there who'd be willing to just so publicly, like, retcon their entire career for a couple $1,000s.
That's it. Let's keep going here.
But the gentleman can't eat
Bingo.
off the floor.
He's not a gentleman. He's my servant.
And there's the mint pickers. Yep. And it's still true today, boys. Let's be real. What do streamers do? They walk around, they collect mint, and they talk about some you don't give a fuck about, because there's nothing to do in these games. There's nothing to do in these games. And I'm going to tell you this now so you can hear me and ignore all of the other content creators lying to your face. Guys, NTE is dog.
That has to be a critical blow to so many people out there. Pretty much, like, I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't expect him to just like full frontal stay it like that. Cause like, bro, you know that NTE has bought out so many people. NTE has literally bought the fuck out of so many goddamn people. And so like, to a degree, right, he's calling a lot of people, at worst, liars, at best, dishonest and slightly manipulative. I don't really know.
Okay? NTE is dog. And you know what they're going to say? Oh, well, it has really good bones. So did Genshin. So did Honkai. So did ZZZ. Okay? And they're all shit too.
They've all gotten way worse. Yeah, no, you take the states of any of those games and you go back 2 years and the games were better. You all know what ZZZ was 2 years ago? Not released yet. Yep, and that was better.
That's the reality. I don't want to hear another person say, it has really good bones if the developers expand upon it. They won't. It's garbage. It's bad now, and it's going to be bad. It's going to be even worse later.
Yeah, only one gacha has really gotten better with time. Now that you think about it.
And I hate to tell you this, but it's the truth.
And he's not worthy of our company. Thank you.
Oh, that's what you meant by mint picker? Well, the reason why I call them mint pickers because I can't just flat out call them a nit.
I'm pretty sure Enviosity is Asian, though.
Here we go.
Open it.
Damn!
You're a free man now.
Damn!
I must go. Stop the car.
They could just show the anniversary rewards, which were pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah, those were like the Woo-Wah launch rewards. Yeah, they could have just put the anniversary ones where we had, unironically, potentially more pulls.
Yep. There you go, man. Good on you. You made it out. You made it out.
Bro, this thing has, like, I've been hiding them in my corner. Bro, this shit has been reposted by like 17 people on TikTok. Holy fucking shit. Logo nightmare down there.
It's beautiful, man. All the they had to endure, all the they faced, all the controversy this game got for no reason, and Wuthering Waves is still killing it. It's the only gacha game worth a damn. That's the God's honest truth.
Honestly, it could have just it could have just been on a bit of a standstill since like 2 point something, and Wuwa probably would still be the best one. I think the game could have literally been put into like cryostasis in like version 2.4 and it would still be the best. I'm not joking. That's because all the other gachas have literally gotten worse. And that's a big concern. That's a big issue.
Yep.
All right, is bro done being goofy? Is bro done being happy? All right. What else does he have to say here?
Guys, I want to remind you that this video has gone viral on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter for being 100% correct. And it's a video that my editors made for me from that I said 2 years ago.
I mean, that just means that nothing has changed. You can never expect Hoyoverse to change. There's no reason to ever expect them to change. And you can honestly just, if you go with the mindset, Hoyoverse games are just going to get worse forever and never get better, you're probably just going to be right, because has Genshin gotten better since the original release of that video? Remember, that shit was released during 4.4 in Fontaine. I feel like Genshin during Fontaine was better than Genshin now, because I played Genshin during Fontaine and I didn't play it. I'm not playing that shit now.
And now they've only just recently translated it into China, and they're all universally agreeing. Do you want to know why? Because the Western gacha community is full of a bunch of blabbering retards. That's the truth. Honestly, the East, they're not even that bad. They're honestly pretty decent. They are. Sure, they get walked on a little bit too much and just take it. But to be honest, they're a hell of a lot better than the Western community.
They've got this thing called like the CCP to worry about and like social credit. So
Western community is full of a bunch of shills and a bunch of that's the reality. Pick one.
Did he say it's full of shills and retards? Yeah, he's not wrong.
There's still a couple of good eggs out there. There are. I still think Genizad's great. I think Santontas is great. I think Gacha Smack's great. I think
this is the crazy thing, though, about him saying that is that Jenna and Smack are like two of the most sponsored shills ever. So it's like, the funny thing is that if people were to watch the exact people that he's talking about, they would like know that they're shills. But this is the thing. I think he's just going to bat for his boys. That's it. I really think he's just going to bat for his boys, but unfortunately, I think it has the opposite effect over here, because it kind of shines the magnifying glass on them, right? And then like, wait, Genizad's been sponsored 10 days in a row for NTE, the game that Tech said was dog shit? All I'm going to say is that I don't really need to say anything over here. I'll more so leave it up to the viewer over here to kind of guess what's going on. I just think Tech's going to bat for his boys. But unfortunately, might have had like an ulterior. Yeah, I think it needs to read the patch notes.
a lot of people are great. Sorry if I didn't mention you by name, and I hope that doesn't mean, oh, you didn't say my name, which means he hates me. No.
Now, if he didn't say your name, he hates you.
Oh, those are just three names that come to mind.
And you want to know why the other names didn't come to mind? It's because he hates you.
But man, it was just so annoying where all I did was tell these people exactly what was going to happen. They wouldn't listen. And then they have to label me all these horrible things to where now people want to believe atrocities about me because they can't just do one thing. Admit that I was right all along.
Hey, brother, the craziest thing is that I know exactly what you're talking about here. Do you know how many ZZZ players beg me to come back to the game every day? Bro, it is literally a public holiday for the ZZZ community when I put the game in my stream title. literally a public holiday, because finally, it's for the first time in years or months, ZZZ is going to have a little bit of relevancy. I'm not even joking. Bro, they were begging me to come back hours after my last stream ended. And when you know that me simply going into the category, bro, would like double its CCV, bro, need I remind you how low Zenless Zone Zero was? Bro, the update just came out a couple of days ago. Bro, their update came out 4 days ago. This was the peak of it. It was already hitting like 600 viewers within like, not like, what is that? Within like 18 hours? This shit is toasted. You're gonna have AKE players begging anyone to go play their game with numbers like this. Bro, I think AKE is so irrelevant, Tech forgot to talk about it. I think he forgot that this game even released too. Let's be real here. I can't even blame him.
Because I always have been. Everything I said was always correct. And by the way, you're welcome for changing the weapon banner in Genshin Impact. But no other content creator in the gacha space has ever done what I've done for the community and gotten so little for it. So rather than about it, rather than and moan and whine and keep on talking to who just will not listen, I just decided to dip. And to be fair, channel's doing pretty good.
That's decent.
You know, I mean, 60K is not too bad, and you know, 25 million views a month isn't too bad. But the reality is I don't really care about the views. I don't really care about the money. I'm going to be successful at what it is I do, no matter what it is, because my work ethic is insane. But I just wish the gacha community was just a little bit less funny. It was a little bit less retarded. That way I could continue to make games for these people. But even still, every single video I upload about gacha is people losing their mind because they're too retarded to understand the truth. And that's the reason why I will probably never come back full time.
You either gotta deal with people that are probably too legally dumb to like, they're probably on welfare because their IQ is so low. That's probably fair. That's probably fair to say. I think a lot of the people in gacha debates receive government assistance despite having no physical disabilities. And then you have people that are bought out, and because they're so bought out, they're weaponizing those same retards. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. Rationality is something that is slowly slipping in this space, and there's not really too much you can do about it because I think most CCs are kind of just giving in. At the end of the day, I don't think you can necessarily blame people, right? For like Jenna Smack, so on and so forth, for just readily accepting the bag. Because you can also think about it this way. It's kind of just like an admittance from their end, right? That they can't make content the old way. And that they were truly propped up to an insane degree by this guy in the space. That's generally the vibe that I get, is that once Tectone left, people are actually utilizing him as like a crutch for their content. And kind of like when you had this guy who is kind of like the player's strongest warrior leave, then suddenly a lot of wind is out of a lot of people's sails. I think this guy, it truly confirmed how many careers he actually made by the number of people that have either fallen off completely in growth or have completely pivoted to being a corporate bootlicker to have any semblance of a career at all. And a lot of them made that face change the second this guy left gacha. Almost everyone, if we're going to be honest. And that is a little bit depressing when you think about it. I think in a way, he did ruin the gacha space simply by leaving. Because, bro, this is like the guy that you fired from your IT department because you thought he was doing nothing, and then the next day, nobody's computer can run. That's what it feels like was happening over here.
Because the community's just too stupid. They are. Guys, if you were here now, you know the community is too stupid to understand anything.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I'll tell you firsthand. Yes, that is 1000% what is taking place. And a lot of creators right now are simply weaponizing that stupidity for growth. It is what it is. And I think the gacha space is undoubtedly in the worst actual spot it's ever been, probably like ever. And one of the big reasons is because this guy, who is basically like a giant fucking amplifier, buffer, and also tank, just decided to call it quits. And yeah, a lot of team comps are fucked up now. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.